You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Sports fans, ever since the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict came down a few days ago, the woke sports athletes out there and the woke sports media, they have been triggered. And the biggest woke sports person out there in sports is one Lebron James, a.k.a. LaChana James. Many athletes have voiced their opinion on the verdict, and of course, the vast majority of them have all went with the leftist talking points that Kyle Rittenhouse got away with murder. And anybody that actually watched the trial knows that is just not true. However, we have not heard from one LaChana James. He has been shockingly solid on the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Actually, guys, when the verdict came down, LeBron James was actually trending on Twitter. The reason why, people were waiting for him to actually tweet out his thoughts on the verdict. And guys, LeBron James has tweeted out absolutely nothing about the verdict. Nothing. I don't even think he's even addressed it up until this point. However, guys, now that seems to have changed now, as we kind of got an insight on what LeBron James thinks about this verdict. However, I believe it's in the most cowardly way possible, guys. So we're going to be diving into that in this video, guys. So first, go over to the Black and White Network store and get your merch. And you guys can thank Rhodes Rants for actually giving you 25% off now using the discount code USA First. USA First will get you 25% off, I believe, until the end of tomorrow. So with that being said, let's dive into this, guys. Lakers star LeBron James reveals true feelings about controversial Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Oh boy, here we go. And you may be wondering, why is Bubba Wallace Smollett in that? Yeah, because LeBron James took the cowardly way out, and we're going to talk about that. Lakers superstar LeBron James has been quite vocal throughout the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, a teenager who was charged for injuring and killing 5 men in Kenosha, Wisconsin. That is 100% wrong right there. I mean, they can at least get their facts right in this article here. He shot 3 people and only 2 of them died. See, they already messed it up. But anyway, let's move on. But it says that he killed 5 men, even though we know it's 2, in Kenosha, Wisconsin during the Jacob Blake protest. So much so that LeBron even called out Rittenhouse for fake crying when he was put on the stand to explain his side of the story. Yeah, and LeBron James got roasted for that. He got absolutely destroyed for that because LeBron James is a social justice warrior. He is a puppet in the mouth of China and the left. But he has not said anything since then about this situation. It says, much like many other Americans that have been following Rittenhouse's highly publicized trial, the Lakers star was also shocked to learn about the teenager's acquittal. LeBron has finally broken his silence about the controversial verdict, and this is the cowardly way he did it, by sharing a strongly worded post by NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace Smollett. You're not going to find it here on Twitter, but here it is, guys. This is actually from Instagram right here. And Bubba Wallace Smollett, he actually tweeted out, "Hi, let the boy be black, and it would have been life. Hell, he would have had his life taken before the bullshit trial. Sad." And we find out that if Kyle Rittenhouse was actually black, he probably still would have walked, because we just had another criminal, Anthony Coffey. He actually shot and killed a police officer, and guess what? He got off. He got off. Look up Anthony Coffey. Not going to dive into that video, but that completely smashed Bubba Wallace Smollett's lie right there. He's a social justice warrior also, but LeBron sends out that on Instagram, and you can see he has some emojis here, faces, and I guess talking. I guess he's trying to tell Bubba Wallace, yeah, brother, go ahead and preach and all this other stuff like that. I back you 100%. That's pretty much what LeBron James is saying. However, he was too much of a coward to actually give his own opinion on this, because I guess he got blasted so hard from Don Jr., Candace Owens. They were all calling him out to speak on this, but he didn't. Also, Enes Kanter is destroying LeBron James right now. And LeBron James didn't want to actually talk about China when Enes Kanter called him out. So if LeBron James ends up talking about this, Enes Kanter is going to have a field day with him if LeChina James speaks out about Kyle Rittenhouse again, but won't address China. So I believe that LeBron James took the coward way out in addressing the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Now, we already knew the way that LeBron James would actually think on this verdict. Okay? LeChina James believes that Kyle Rittenhouse got away with murder. Let's just be clear as day about that. There was no way in hell that LeBron James is going to say, I'm glad that Kyle Rittenhouse got off because he defended himself. No way in the world LeChina James would actually come out and say that. Now, even if he actually did believe that Kyle Rittenhouse was defending himself, he still wouldn't come out because LeBron James is a mouth for the left. And the leftist talking point is that Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. So there's no way in hell LeChina James could actually come out and say that. But I'm not surprised, that LeBron James is a coward. That doesn't surprise me at all. I am a bit surprised that he couldn't even use his own words to vocalize his thoughts on the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. He had to piggyback off of Bubba Wallace-Smollett to make his point. And I guess he didn't want to use his own words because Enes Kanter would have came out and destroyed him for speaking on this, but remaining silent on China. So this just shows you that LeChina James is a coward. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, LeChina James taking a coward's way out to express his opinion on Kyle Rittenhouse. Not a surprise to me whatsoever. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.